Um, UFC 309 is on Saturday. The appetizer on Friday is Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Ooh, look at the look on your face right there. It's the I was make. Oh, look at this. Look what this is doing to you physically, man. I mentioned Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, and look what it's done to you physically before I even gave you anything. All right. So here's what I'll hit you with. Okay, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is about to embarrass himself against Jake Paul.
Yes. And I say it with a broken heart. I've seen some. I believe George has been, Gorgeous George has been saying that Tyson's gonna knock out Paul, if I'm not mistaken, or I don't
He's
know if he's
crazy.
changed
What's
his
he
opinion
smoking?
on that. But yeah, what's he smoking? I want some of that. Um, this fight shouldn't be happening. It's an embarrassment. I can't believe it's being sanctioned. We still don't even know. Is it a fully pro fight? I feel like the
It
details.
is. That's been reported. I believe it's been reported that it will count against their records. It's a
Okay,
pro
it
fight.
will, but like, will it be like full on regular size gloves, no headgear type thing?
That's according to. Let's look it up. Let's check this out. Paul versus Tyson
I
rules.
feel like the details around that has been, and they shaped the rounds so that they're not as long, so it's not really a regular professional boxing fight, from what I understand.
Here you go.
Look,
You ready? I got this
yeah,
for you. The rounds will last 2 minutes, so they're a minute shorter than the standard 3-minute rounds.
yes,
The boxing gloves are 14 ounces rather than the standard 10-ounce gloves.
makes sense.
Um, that's it. That's what we got. It is a pro fight. It is a pro fight that will count against their record, even though it has non-traditional rules. I
Yeah,
mean, that's the Texas Commission for you, dude.
yeah. So there are some things that have been in place to kind of put a soft landing, I guess, for Mike Tyson. But look, the dude is one of the baddest man to ever lived. I mean, the guy's a complete savage, and I'd be scared of him today. But he is 58 years old, going on 60. Like,
58, dude. I mean, we just we can't. I can't. You think I was gonna arrive at a different conclusion about this fight? I just got done telling you how
that's
Stipe
it,
Miocic at 42 fighting John Jones is
right?
ridiculous. Like you think we're gonna get here, and I'm gonna think otherwise. I mean, dude, Mike Tyson,
What is he doing?
how's he doing, man? I mean, and look with Jake Paul. I just remember thinking when Jake Paul was about to fight Ben Askren, I actually was in the in the group that thought, "Ooh, he's finally," because before the Ben Askren fight, he was fighting only influencers, right? It only been
Mhm.
like a handful of influencers, and then he was gonna fight Ben Askren. You're like, "Ooh, yeah, Ben Askren's a wrestler, but he's an actual fighter. He's about to expose Jake Paul." And then look how silly that was, right? I remember thinking the same thing even afterwards when he fought Tyron Woodley. Oh man, no, here's a guy who's got hands. And then look how silly we looked. Anybody who thought that, look how silly you looked. You know, I mean, now he's gonna fight a 58-year-old, Mike Tyson. I understand. We all love Mike Tyson as a fighter from back in the day, but I don't know if you think Mike Tyson is gonna starch Jake Paul because of the things he did before Jake Paul was even born. You're out of your damn mind.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. I mean, just rewind 4 years ago. Remember that Mike Tyson had an exhibition against Roy Jones Jr., who was also in his 50s. I believe he's older actually than Mike Tyson, or about the same age. But at the time, he was in his 50s. And Mike Tyson didn't look all that great. Fast forward 4 years later, and against the guy that's much younger and better physically, like Roy Jones Jr. just looked. I mean, he's probably a dad. I don't know if he has any kids or not, but full on dad bod. No, but Jake Paul is actually a decent boxer. He hits very, very hard, and I'm actually very concerned here for Mike Tyson. And anybody that tells you otherwise, like, man, I don't like this at all.
No, me neither, man. The 31-year difference, the concerns about the ulcer that flared up, which canceled this fight, several months ago, earlier this year. So we know we know Mike Tyson has health issues. It's just absolutely crazy that this fight is even happening. I guess we'll see
It's
how
gross.
entertaining it is on Friday night. We'll see how filled, Jerry World is. They're doing this fight at Cowboy Stadium. Are they going to get 50, 60,000 people there? I mean, how many people are going to actually be in attendance? It's a complete spectacle. I think this is full boxing circus mode, man, at this point. But it's going to happen. It's going to
Yeah.
happen. And I just hope everything turns out okay for Mike.
Don't be surprised if Jake Paul carries him.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. 100%, man. All right, well, we see eye to eye there, but you know, good luck to Mike on Friday night against Jake Paul.
MMA Junkie AI.